Hapana, sasa ni counterfeit tunatafuta. Because they were asked, why are we having, the KRA was confronted and been asked, why don't you have the, why didn't you meet your target of revenue? Why do we have so many containers in Mombasa? And then they said, no, we are checking for the counterfeit, we are checking for the substandard, and what have you. That is the reason they gave to the president. Literally, that was not the issue. Remember that whatever we operate at, we operate with the money of loan from the bank.
When you order for the goods abroad.
Of course, the kind of stocks that we have, it's not our money. It's not our money. It's the money that we have borrowed from Equity, from KCB, from Barclays, and what have you. Are we going to be able to service these loans if at all? My goods are already in Mombasa, whereby it was because of the results of me not selling, because there was somebody who was protesting in the streets of Nairobi, because maybe they have political differences.
Yeah.
Are we together?
We're together.
That is why we have. That is why everybody is here. It's not even about the counterfeit and what have you. Let them not cheat the 190. Because you're not going to tell me a vuvuzela is a counterfeit. And doing the kind of petition that I did, that was in January 2018, January 15, 2018, they wanted to auction the goods. Okay, you're auctioning the goods. And again, you're saying here, you're contradicting yourself, that these are contrabands, they are counterfeits, they are, you know, again, as a government, again, you're selling. I mean, right now, as a young man as you are, you're going to buy a plot at, let's say, Marigoine or Kiangombe or whatever. When you go to Kiangombe, you're not going to put up the structure like this one. You're going to do mabati houses, right? When you do mabati houses, how much is the rent there? The rent there is about 2,000-3,000. 2,000-3,000. You're not going to go for a fluorescent tube or a frame of 4,000-5,000. You're going to get something, yes, good at quality, but of course reasonable at the prices. And that is exactly where we are covering as the business community. We are also bringing something not so high, but at least reasonable in quality, but also reasonable in prices. And that is the gap we are trying to cover.
That's true.
Right? So but the government needs to understand this. And I think, and this is what I told the Mr. Musyoki in KRA, they need to work with us so that we can educate them on how to do and what to do. And believe you me, we don't want to work counterfeit. We are not supporting that business. And counterfeit means what? Counterfeit means counterfeiting somebody's infringement
on their property rights.
Exactly. But don't tell me that I have brought my product called Peck and then you tell me that I'm counterfeiting somebody. No. Let's be very clear about this. For all these problems to go, our president should grant a national amnesty. We clear the goods, first all the bodies to stay away. To clear the goods so that the money can start revolving, circulating to the common mwananchi. If there is that kid who did not go to school, maybe because their parents, of course their goods were in Mombasa and what have you, they clear the goods, they pay the school fees. If there was a loan pending, they clear their loan and what have you, all this. Then they sit down with the association and then they tell them, we are going to give you some time. Also, I'll still call it an amnesty. Whatever you have, you sell. But from this certain time, you're not going to sell because this is the kind of parameters that we want or we'll be using in particular items. I'm affected in this way. First and foremost, I cannot order because I don't know what the government is looking for. I've stopped ordering. Right?
Yeah.
And when I stop ordering, of course, my customers, yes, they're giving me orders, but yet I have finished the stocks that I have.
Yeah.
I had, of course.
Yeah.
So I'm like, I don't know what they're looking for. So I don't know what to order. I don't know what not to order. Yeah. Of course, I cannot give any revenue to the government, right? Because if I'm not selling, how do they get the revenue? How? In fact, yesterday I challenged the commissioner. I told him, why are you not even bringing the offices closer to the people? Closer to the people. You know, let me tell you, if you don't do any civic education, if you don't do any civic education to the people, they will not even know what you're trying to tell them. But you tell them, when you pay these 100, maybe 1,000, as the taxes and what have you, it is helping that shosho. It's helping my shosho out there in Gishagi. So when they go to that hospital, they'll not only get the treatment, but also they also get the medicine. Yeah. This is how it goes. Show me, why am I paying? But I'm not going to pay, our people, they're not going to pay taxes, and yet the NYS scandals and what have you. Believe me, let's be realistic.
You have a point there.
Yes. When the Kenya revenue person comes here, let them show me this, yes, you owe the government this kind of money. How? Let them prove. Right? And it's true, they will prove it to me that I owe the government. Then again, not harassing me. Let the Kenya Bureau of Standards, when they come here, you have brought a substandard item. Let them prove. When the counterfeit people come, let them prove to me. When the city council, the county government comes, let them charge amount which is reasonable when it comes to this, when the size of the shop that I am in. But not Kenyaji. That way, believe you me, people will be so much willing.